bringing you inspiration on transformation.
For my wings today because I'm standing for metamorphosis. It is an absolutely incredible thing to stand for. That is my life purpose of human transformation. So today's talk is all about programming the consciousness. And if you imagine your brain is like a computer, right? We have been wiring our neurocircuitry since pre-birth, really. And there's two ways that we have the circuitry. There's hardware, which is more of sort of like the things that make up the brain, all the fatty tissues, all these things. That's like the hardware. And sometimes there's damage to the hardware. For example, brain damage or malnutrition and things like that that simply don't allow the brain to even function at capacity. And then there's other elements that are more nurture. So nature and nurture, right? You've heard of this terminology in psychology. Nature is like what's given to us, what kind of hardware we've inherited from our genetics, from our biology. And then there's software. So we have hardware and we have software. So the software are the different programs that get installed into the hardware of your computer. Right? So we just pick up all of these different behavioral patterns, belief patterns, ways that we have had reinforcement of who we think we are in life. Maybe our teachers have been like, oh, you're smart, you're smart, you're smart. That validation, that program, that belief system, that operating system has been downloaded into the software of your psyche. So we kind of absorb that stuff. So are you aware of the programs of your mind? You know, there's this terminology called woke, like, are you awake? And what does that really mean? To me, what that signifies is, are you conscious that you have thoughts and belief systems? Even if you don't like the contents of the mind that's moving through, are you awake to the mind thinking, or are you asleep and unconsciously being driven by your operating program? So my goal is to wake up our consciousness, and there are many people out there joining in this mission of wake up, you have a mind and it thinks, and you don't have to believe everything it thinks, and you can actually change the programs that are programmed in your mind, okay? So I wanted to share a little bit about viruses, right? So if the brain has a hardware system that can be nourished by nutrition, by health, all of this sort of the operating system is working, and now you have these programs that you're consciously aware of and examining how they're directing your life. Now you get to check in, are there any viruses, any belief systems and programs that have been downloaded through whatever means? Maybe it's a negative reinforcement through something, a negative belief you picked up, some kind of a virus that is actually sabotaging your operating system from functioning to its max capacity. For example, I'm not good enough is a virus. And that virus is a belief system that gets implanted in your mind and will create moments of sabotage in your life. If you think you're not good enough, you're not going to try hard enough. You're going to find proof in your life to validate that BS belief system. And we get attached to our systems. If our brain is the computer and it's functioning with all of these viruses, we need to install protection systems, things like self-awareness. There's all sorts of tools. You know, the work that I do with coaching people and mindset training, and that's all it's about. You know, we are catching these viruses, catching these programs, and rerouting the brain to be more effective to support you in your uprooting your viruses and pursuing your objectives and fulfilling your mission that you're here on this earth to create. Okay, I want to leave you with a simple tool for reprogramming the consciousness. One affirmation or mantra that I like to say is, with this breath, all is well. So sometimes we get caught up in thoughts and fears about the future, about the past, and our mind goes elsewhere. And so a mantra of bringing yourself into the present with this breath, you take a breath, you feel that this breath in this moment, all is well. So with this breath, all is well. So in this moment, all is well. And allowing yourself to feel well-being in this breath, in this moment, all is well. Do these mantras for a minute, 17 seconds. There's a study in psychology that when you redirect your consciousness and keep it on a thought stream, for 17 seconds, at least 17 seconds over and over and over, you've literally rewired yourself in a different route instead of circulating around a negative thought pattern. You are allowing yourself to flow your consciousness, your neurocircuitry to be activated in an alternate route program that is actually much more effective for your system. I just want to send love and gratitude for your time, for your attention, and for your commitment to evolution, personal evolution. Thanks. Much love.
Thanks for tuning in today. For more inspiration on transformation, go to imaginalself.com. Till next time, my friend, keep vision questing.